Welcome, Hornets, to the April 10th episode of SHS Today. First up, Ava Postolka updates us on the new DEI Specialist. And finally, Aidan Sutherland returns with Cody Stedman to share their nerdy news. All of this and more on this spring episode of SHS Today.
Welcome, Hornets. SHS Today is back up and running, and man, do we have some news to catch up on. I'm Faith Pearson.
And I'm Noah Greenleaf. Along with the weather, a lot of things are changing around the community, from new people to new hobbies and new insight on the year so far. Let's get right into it.
About a week ago, we all came back from our long-awaited spring break. During this time, we sent out a Google form asking students to share their memories with us. We usually cover events that happen in school, but the ones that happen outside are just as important.
For most, spring break is filled with lots of days spent at a beach. But no matter if you traveled, went out every day, or stayed at home and rested, we hope your break was good to you.
A few weeks ago, SHS Today did a segment on retiring teachers. While a few are retiring this year, we do have some new additions.
Ava Postolka gives us insight on the start of a DEI faculty member's new career here at Saline.
Oh, Aidan, you're here. Hello. Hey.
For decades, education has been a one-size-fits-all system. However, in recent years, Saline has taken strides to change that. Ryan Kerr, the new Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Specialist, was appointed at Saline High School in January.
Diversity and inclusion has been a value for Saline for years. A job like mine, which is not a director level position, is more involved with students and teachers, working in the schools and getting involved with what's happening in the classrooms.
Before coming to Saline, Mr. Kerr was an English and theater teacher across the country for 17 years.
A lot of what is at the core of democratic education are to provide a fair and equal education for every student. And I think that what this position allows us to do as teachers is to really focus on what that means. I think that the most important thing is making sure that every student feels seen and valued, regardless of what their backgrounds and what their experiences are, to know that we value all students in this school district as we should in every school across America.
Beyond teaching the importance of diversity in education throughout the district, Mr. Kerr is looking forward to creating lasting connections with his fellow students and teachers.
I like to think of this space as not just a place where work gets done, but where listening happens, where people can come and just feel like they could be their authentic selves and not be judged and instead be welcomed and celebrated, right? So I'm always happy to talk with teachers, students, anybody that wants to, connect with me. I'm here to do it.
Make sure to stop by and say hello to Mr. Kerr. I'm Ava Postolka, reporting for SHS Today. Back to the studio.
Mr. Kerr is one of the many new faculty members we have welcomed to Saline High School, and more will follow over the next year.
We hope he feels welcome at our school as he plans to make Saline more inclusive and welcoming to all. 1 week from today is the Wind Ensemble Collaboration Concert. This concert brings together players from the middle school band and the high school band to join together and perform. The concert is April 17th from 7:30 to 9 p.m. in the auditorium at the high school. Admission is free for all, so make sure you stop by and show your support. We're already 4 months into 2024. That means it has been over 4 years since the infamous date of March 13th, 2020, when Saline shut down and the rest of the country did as well.
From blockbuster hits to new video game editions, in this new episode of Nerd News, Aidan Sutherland and Cody Stedman reminisce on what was happening in pop culture back then, as well as some upcoming things in the future.
Take it away, you nerds.
Hello, Saline. Welcome to Nerd News. I'm Cody Stedman.
I'm Aidan Sutherland. Me and Codacious got a good show in store for you, so let's get into it.
If you can believe it, it has been over 4 years since COVID-19 has been declared a pandemic. Let's look back at what happened in the lockdown era. Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Super Smash Bros., gave his last gift to the Smash community. He decided to release 12 additional fighters in 2021, including Steve from Minecraft. Speaking of Minecraft version 1.16 was released on June 23rd, 2020. Now that we've seen the popular games from years past, let's look at the recent months in the film industry. Aidan, are you going to talk about Godzilla?
Fast forward a few years and the movie industry is back on its feet. Let's quickly recap the blockbusters in the first 100 days of 2024. January was a relatively quiet month, but February wasn't. It did films like Argyle, Bob Marley, One Love, and of course, you know it, you love it, Madame Web. In a nutshell, March was the time to be in theaters, and with April films like A24's Civil War on the rise, it's safe to say the films of 2024 are in good hands.
But what about video games?
Well, do you have anything in 2024?
As a matter of fact, I do, but not that. IGN, the video game news site, plans to launch its convention that is set to bring a gaming entertainment event for fanatics alike. When E3 shut down in 2023, there was a void. IGN promises world-class entertainment and to keep the legacy E3 once held 1 year ago before it shut down. The event will take place in early June in Los Angeles and online on YouTube.
Well, that's time. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Nerd News. I'm Aidan Sutherland.
And I'm Cody Stedman. Back to you in the studio.
I am so glad things made a comeback after COVID. I do not miss those times at all.
Me neither, Faith. The entertainment business is always growing. Thank you, Aidan and Cody, for keeping us up to date on all things nerdy. There are many different ways that students can express their passions, but there aren't always opportunities to showcase them to the public eye. The Writing Center is in the process of making their 6th edition of the Thrive Literacy magazine. If you write poems, short stories, take pictures, paint, or anything else you might see in a magazine, you can submit your work. Scan the QR code on screen to have your creations showcased.
Well, that's all the time we have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Faith Pearson.
And I'm Noah Greenleaf. Be sure to follow @SeleneVideo on Instagram and YouTube for show updates and behind-the-scenes content.
Our next show will be on the 24th. Tune in to find out what teachers do in the summer, the season premiere of Whips, Wheels, and Automobiles, and a cover of the Literacy magazine. Have a great week, Hornets!